Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, and Brother Sean Ali. We're coming on for this health and wellness power hour today, and our topic is Ramadan is the Reset, making fasting a lifestyle. So as you come in, please share the video. Share the video. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. And Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak to all of my brothers and sisters out there that are participating in this wonderful month of fasting and praying. So we're going to get into it. Ramadan is the real reset. Brother Sean, how are you?
All praise is due to Allah. All is well. All is well.
Yes, sir. Looking
Allah.
good.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Just maintaining and going over which we all should be doing. Going over what I want with my life, how long I want to live, and then
Right.
doing the plans and the intricate details so I can get that.
Right.
Right. And
Making those goals, those life goals. Right.
and that's the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He teaches us chapter 4, how to eat to live.
Which
Very
book? One or
powerful
two?
book 2. Before the white man was made, the black man was known to live approximately 1,000 years. He ate the right food and ate it at the right time.
Right.
So when he says that, and then he says in chapter 6, right? He says, same book, he says, eat to live and not to die. The Bible teaches us that God, in the end of the world, when he comes, will prolong the people's lives because they have been eating the proper food, because they haven't been eating the proper foods, both spiritually and physically. We have to accept it. That is, if we love life and not death. So when we're looking at scripture, says God gives life abundantly, right?
Right.
So when people measure the Nation of Islam in particular against other religions and cultures, one of the measuring sticks is our presentation of God. We believe that Allah appeared in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad, July 4th, 1930, the long-awaited Messiah of the Christians and the Mahdi of the Muslims, right? So, and that's a challenging point to other religions that don't have a God present. See, when your religion has a God that's not present, that you can't see, that you can't make manifest, that's challenging. See, when we come and we say from God in person, and they're like, hold up.
Right. They stop right there before they even open the book.
Look, that's shirk. That's sacrilege. That's you setting up a God against God. So look at the messenger. Look what he says. The Bible teaches us that God, in the end of the world, when he comes, will prolong the people's lives. Listen. So if your organization, right, doesn't have a way for you to prolong your life, not spiritually, not mentally, physically, then see, that's how I can stand up and I can say, I know that this is God, because at the age of 19, as a Christian, I suffered a heart attack. Your brother died. Wow. I spent 3 weeks in Aberdeen, here in Aberdeen, Maryland. I spent 3 weeks at the age of 19. They had these monitors hooked up to me, and they said, I'll never forget this. The doctor, we was out in the courtyard, And he was saying, young man, there is nothing we can do. You got two choices. You can continue on and you might not live that long, or you can follow this diet plan that we're going to give you, this exercise plan. He said, you can change your life and then you can possibly extend it. I didn't fully understand it until I was this.
Right.
You see, this right here, because when you look at the structure of the original people, that's the black man and black woman. That bullshit, excuse me, I'm sorry. That I'm born to die. We are created to die. When you come out of the womb, you start to die. That's not science. That's not mathematics. Because when we look at the cell, that's not how the cell is created.
Right.
The cell goes through reproduction. It reproduces itself. See, meiosis, mitosis. So
right.
God, Allah put something together that is created to reproduce itself into perfection, because the cell doesn't, if the cell is designed to recognize a deficient, injured, sick cell, and it's designed to go through apoptosis, break it apart, so you won't become sick, injured, or deficient.
Right.
So when the messenger says before the making of the white man, the original people could live approximately 1,000 years. See, this is the science, because we did not eat their food. We didn't have their God. We didn't have their language. We didn't have their culture. Man, we weren't living here in the hells of America.
Right. We were in tune with nature, lived off the earth.
Yes.
You know?
So, like you said, sis, this is our reset. This is not, Ramadan shouldn't be looked at as a time to adapt or adopt a foreign culture. It shouldn't, even though you got almost 2 billion people celebrating it right now, right? It is not a foreign culture. Like you said, it should be looked at as a time to reset. Right? So if the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says it takes 21 days, right, to form a habit. Woo! Ramadan is 30 days. Come on, man. Listen to me. So you got an extra 9
days.
What's the significance of the number 9 in Islam? You see, that's born.
Right.
Come on now. Come on now. So here is the gift. Oh, you who believe, fasting is prescribed to you as it was to those before you, that you could guard against evil. It don't say nothing. Listen, so you can guard against evil. So in book 1, chapter 19, the messenger says it's a chapter called How to Live More Than 100 Years. And he says there is no set time for us to die. We kill ourselves by what we think. Right, daily. We kill I left out an important word. Thank you, sis. All praises due to us.
Praise me.
We kill ourselves daily by what we eat, drink, and think. So we got, the messenger said take 21 days. And this consecutive days. This ain't 21 Fridays.
Right.
This is 21 consecutive days, right? So we got the blessing of Ramadan. 30 days. Man, that we can learn how to do righteousness.
Right. And continue it. You know, like you said, after that 21 days, we have 9 days after that And so why at the end of that 30th day, that following day, some of us are reverting
That,
back or, you know,
and you know why that is?
what's that?
Because we try to fit Ramadan in our life. I want to
Mm,
do, you hear people say, I'm going to do the same thing. That's no. Ramadan is a chance for us not to do the same thing. It's
right,
a chance, right, for us to create that new habit. So if we take it and say, you know what, I'm going to do everything I was doing. I'm just going to keep going to work. I'm going to keep going to school. I'm going to work out the same. I'm not going to change nothing. I'm just going to not eat. That's not the purpose or the going into the deeper root of Ron, because I don't want to take nothing away from anybody and what they're doing. If that's what you're doing, all praise is due to Allah. So
right,
I'm not trying to discourage or say this is the right, or we just building and sharing what our understanding, right? So, but you set the stage for us, Sister Denise, and you said this is our time to reset.
right.
You know, right. So and like you said, many of us, I fell to that too.
Me
On
too.
that 31st day, that 31 days, dude, I'm back. I don't eat. I've always practiced one meal a day, but I
Right,
drink coffee and I drink water during the daytime, right?
right.
So and I can produce the wrong thoughts during the day.
Yeah.
On that
That's
31st day, I've been hold. See, if you start on day one and you say, you know what, I'm just going to hold on until the end of Ramadan. So on the 31st day, if you say, I'm going back to what I was, I'm going back to my same mindset, that's when we don't get anything out of Ramadan.
right.
And or we just participate because it's a prescription. So in we all are raised under this world. So in How to Eat to Live, book 2, he says in here in dealing with fasting. I want to find it real. If you got something to add, sis, I don't mean to just keep talking.
Yes. I did have a thought. It'll
Yes.
come back to me. Oh, the thought when you know, when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says fasting, you know, it'll do eating the good foods and all of that will do us no good if we don't have those thoughts, the right thoughts
Mhm,
to go along with it, you know.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
And that's
mhm,
very important, you know, to
mhm,
not only maintain the fast and abstain from eating and drinking during the day, but maintaining our thoughts and our
mhm.
sanity.
Yes, yes, and
Definitely
that's
key.
and that's where he says on page 648. He says, "We the righteous, right, must fast as long as we are present and among the unrighteous."
Mm,
So fasting is prescribed for us as well as those people before us. So in when he that's that when you because you could turn on the TV, right? And you could be in your right, you could have just made prayer. You could turn on the TV and that commercial will come on. And it's a slanted to catch your attention. If you're a
right,
man, they might have a half-naked woman. If you're a woman, they might have that man that's well built for you, right? That well-made man. And it could take you
right.
that quick. You could hear, look at the commercial, some of the commercials for the TV shows, they
Are
show the
horrible.
shocking, oh my God.
Horrible. Men with men, women with women in a commercial. It's like,
You
what are
know,
you advertising? That ain't even a TV show. Don't even get to the shows.
so and that's part of that fasting is not
Right,
just from food and water.
right.
from all of that.
All of that. Being a gatekeeper to your soul. That
Mm-hmm.
stuff can get in your head and it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
This is what he says. So, and this is page 49. He says, do not, do not fast as the other religious people fast, for they have different objectives in ways in which they fast. We are against the meaningful, which are against the meaningful fast that we take. So he's saying that, and that's going into the intermittent fasting we hearing,
Mm-hmm.
all of it, because Christians fast, they go through
Right.
so even other sects of Islam, they fast.
Right.
But he's telling us specifically that we as the original, we are the gods. We are the rulers. We are those that people that God has come to put us back in our original place, right?
Right.
So he says that fasting takes away evil desire. Fasting takes from us filthy desires. Fasting takes from us the desire to do evil against self and our brothers and sisters. He says we are created of the material of goodness. Therefore, good belongs to us, and it should not be hard for us to turn to our own selves in which we were created. Good.
Wow.
That mindset. So, Sister Denise, I got a question as always.
Yes, sir.
I'm sitting here, right? And as I'm wrestling, I'm gonna use that word. I'm wrestling. Like Jacob wrestled with the angel.
With the angels, right?
And that's how we got the name Israel. So I'm sitting there and I'm not wrestling with I'm wrestling with my own thought. This is not me in an external anything.
Right.
It's me in myself, right? What can I do, sis? Please give me an answer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do orange oil today.
Orange oil.
Very uplifting. Just take the top off. Inhale, and it's gonna help you stop that thought, arrest that thought. So as that term you introduced me to, emotional, so you won't be emotionally hijacked. Orange oil is like a burst of sunshine. Just then take the top off within 22 seconds. It's gonna help you to rise above that emotion, that anger, that irritability, that sadness, because it goes directly to the emotional center of your brain.
That's the limit.
Right.
Right. That's where the fight or flight is at
Fight or
too, right?
flight. Mm-hmm.
Woo! Okay. So that's where the stress, because fight or flight and stress are the same thing.
Right.
Yes. Okay. So, boom. We got emotional hijacking. So we got the orange, right? We got the orange oil. Emotional hijacking. That's where you get stuck. You ever see somebody go like this?
Yes.
That's a universal sign for he
You
crazy. Okay.
You low cut.
Right there is where that limbic system is at.
Wow, you're right.
Right. So if you go, it's right in that area, kind of in the center of the brain. So this sign, even though we've used it and abused it, this is going into the root of emotional hijacking, because the emotional brain, you got emotional brain and you got thinking brain. right? So takes the emotional brain is instantaneous.
Right.
It takes seconds. So you
Just
see a snake,
reactive.
you see something, oh, that's a spider, and you jump, right?
Right.
That's the
Fight or flight.
emotional fight or flight, the emotional brain trying to
Right.
save you. Right. Now, the thinking brain takes minutes. So you jump back, and you like, oh, man, that ain't no damn spider. I'm tripping. See,
Right.
so and that's the cerebral cortex, the thinking part. It takes minutes. So if you can get stuck here, because especially if we continuously feed these low emotions.
Exactly.
If you continuously in fight or flight, angry, scared, fearful, like the TV shows keep even lusting can keep us there.
Mm-hmm.
So if we continuously are there, we exercise that limbic system to the point where we get stuck there. They call it so because this takes seconds, the emotions can short circuit. So you might not
Right.
never make it over here. That's where the orange oil comes in. Sis.
Yeah. And it's so easy. Just take the top off. You don't even have to drop it in your hand. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to drop it in your hand, you can, and just cup your hands and take some deep breaths. And then you're also helping yourself to breathe. You stopping in that moment, come into present time, breathe, and overcome that emotion.
And you remove that barrier.
Right.
See that orange oil, it can remove that barrier between your emotional brain and your thinking brain. And it will stop the emotions. Because as soon as
Exactly.
how you smell it, you be like, hmm, wow. You
Mhm.
was
Right.
you will sit there and want to smell them oranges all day.
Right.
Mm.
Stop and
And it
smell the oranges.
makes you present, makes you present,
Right.
because the only way something that happened to you can hurt you again is if you go back and
Back
remember it.
into it. Back in. Right. Exactly.
Right, right. And that's a stressor. That's a stressor. That's fight or flight. That's that
Hmm.
emotional hijacking, right?
Right.
So that orange oil is deep. We know, even though we covered a lot, this is
Hmm.
because this is we kill ourselves daily by
Daily.
what we think, eat, and drink.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
every day we are either adding to or literally taking away. Every day
Yes.
we are adding to or taking away.
Right. And it's all about choices.
It's, I was trying to find, well, I want to add this one. This goes right into what you were
Yes.
saying. This is book 2, page 11.
Hmm.
There are some people who claim that they do not receive beneficial results as they should. This is due to wrong mental food that they are eating, which has an effect on their digestive system. To
Right.
get good results from eating the proper foods, we must have good thoughts.
See.
Man.
Right. That's it.
Orange oil. Listen, he said, because people was writing to him and was like, hey, I'm trying it, but it's
But
not
it's not
working. See,
working.
when you got fight or flight or stress, you got cortisol and you got adrenaline flooding through your body. This shuts down your digestive system
Right.
because Your body, these are hormones. So your body has to flush these out just like they did if you ate something. Because these hormones are being dispersed through your arteries. They are traveling through your cardiovascular system, feeding every cell because that's what fight or flight does.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it's almost it interferes with digestion. Mm.
Wow.
And if you can't digest the food, you can't break it apart to release the nutrients and the energy.
Exactly.
Man, sis, come on, show us one more time,
Yes.
please.
One more time.
Please, 'cause this is Ramadan. Look, that orange oil will help you get through
You
Ramadan
could,
without wanting any food or water.
right.
Mm.
Mm,
Wow.
man.
Wow. Wow.
That's it. This smells so good.
Mm. All praise be to Allah, man.
Praise
Mm.
be to Allah.
Mm. That's
And
the
these,
gift. I'm
yes,
sorry.
the gift of smell is a gift.
Mm-hmm.
That's is truly a gift, you know.
What was you ready to drop on us, sis?
Um, I don't know.
That
It
orange.
escaped right. See?
That orange got you in say that safety
Right.
kicking in. You know, like, I'm good.
Right. I'm good.
All praises
That
be.
was it. Yes, sir.
For
Oh
those
man.
tuning in, this is what we wanted to share. Because I mean, and as we are going through Ramadan, as we are fasting, whether it's during Ramadan or just regularly, it should be fun. It should not. Oh, before we
Right.
close, I got one more thing, and this is going right where you at. I'm sorry, you got
Okay.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Remember this word, family, autophagy, right?
Autophagy.
Self-eating.
Spell that for me, brother Sean.
Autophagy.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
A-U,
Autophagy.
autophagy. When this is separated, it's called phagy. When it's together, it's pronounced autophagy. So phagy means eating. Auto is self.
Right.
And that's that's what happens when we fast. The body, the material that's in the body, it starts to eat. So when we collect this material, okay, you're eating. If you never had a chance to use it, we collect it. This is where the obesity and overweight comes from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go through autophagy, your body finally gets a chance to use this material. So when you are fasting, you're going to have a range of emotions and thoughts because your body is used. You could have had something in there from last year.
Right.
And you never, because we overeat and we collect, we never used it.
I'm
So
about to come
now
off.
when you use it, that's what, so that orange oil, while you are fasting and you're going through autophagy, you're going to have all kind of signals from the vitamins, the minerals, the fat, the protein, that sugar, all of these things will start to be released, and they might interfere with your normal thought process
Right.
because you don't know what these signals are. That orange oil, sis, y'all please contact Sister Denise. If you don't
Yes.
have access to essential oils, she has quality ones that we can trust, right? So
Absolutely. Contact
I
me,
just,
inbox me. The link
Mhm.
is scrolling at the bottom.
I just wanted to add that because, like I said, even though this is the second day, it doesn't take 10 days. Your
Right.
body is already, and you will get those signals, and you, if they're new, and you'll be bombarded with them. Boom, 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 boom. Turn them off with that orange oil.
That,
She.
that's right. Yes, absolutely. And there are other oils that can help with satiety, also peppermint, rosemary, but orange is really good because some people during this time, your mind start people dealing with, those low vibrational thoughts. Orange
Yeah.
oil is very uplifting. So I wanted to go with that one today. But thank
Awesome.
you, y'all, for tuning in, Brother Sean. It's always a pleasure. Yes, sir. And oh, my book, my latest
Oh,
book,
yeah.
Healing with Sister Denise, is
Definitely get
available
that.
on Amazon. Let me bring it up really quick.
Yes. Definitely get that.
And that will definitely help you. Lots of recipes in there that you can do for yourself.
Yes.
There it is. It's on Amazon, or you can go to the link bit.ly/heal with Denise and pick that up.
Awesome.
All right, family. Thank you all for tuning in. You enjoy the rest of your day. Peace and blessings. Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.